Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Zani and it has been a long ass time since I last filmed, but I'm happy to be back. I have to leave in around 40 minutes, so it's going to be a speedy video for this album first listen of IU's latest album that is called The Winning. I am a big fan of hers, but because of life and work and so on, I've seen her releases here and there, but I was not able to just watch it from one go and listen to the new songs. So today I'm taking the time to do so, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I've done so in the past and you seem to like IU as well. So for this album first listen, I will be checking out all the songs as she has released MVs for most of them as well, which is so freaking cool. So in this mini album we have 5 tracks in total, being Shopper, Holssi featuring HYEIN from New Jeans, I don't know why, I almost forgot from which group she was, and Patty Kim. Then we have Love Wins All, that is the infamous slash famous MV that she released, in which she plays the love interest, or actually V from BTS plays the love interest, and then last but not least we have I Stand You. And so I know that she has released those songs in a specific order, but because I don't really remember the order that it was released, because it was released like in February. It's almost May. I'm really late. So we will be listening to the entire mini album in the order of the album and watching the MVs and so on. Also, I'm making this video today because on Friday, not last Friday, but a week ago, actually more by the time that I actually post this, but I was able to buy a ticket for her Europe tour and I love it. I'm so happy because like I couldn't find the date for the release of the tickets. I knew that she had a tour planned, a world tour, but I did not know when the tickets would go on sale. Nonetheless, it's a big dream of mine to see IU on stage, and I will be able to see her, which is so freaking cool. Are you going to the show as well? If so, tell me in the comments down below. I really want to know which concert are you going to. So yeah, with all of that in mind, let's go in order. The first song is Shopper. So according to Sumpy, Shopper, which is one of the double title tracks, is an electro pop track in which the high notes of chorus and the diverse vocals double the fun of listening. Okay, interesting. I really like the fact that she went blonde for this track. It has been a while since she changed her hairstyle and she looks stunning. And I know that this was actually the last MV that she released. It must be like the strategy of saving the best one for last. So we'll soon find out. Let's check it all out.
There once was a shop.
Interesting.
And it wasn't just any shop.
It's going to be like a little bit like magical.
It was in fact extraordinary, with even more extraordinary
Ooh.
items that never seem to run out.
It's like a little bit like Hotel del
They
Luna
say the items had
reminiscent.
powers
The
that
makeup was
would only
stunning though.
unlock to their rightful owners.
Ooh.
So you might be wondering, who put those items there? Was it a god? A fairy? Or maybe a thief? Our story begins here.
She played with that lollipop so
midnight
effortlessly,
auction.
so elegantly. The hood is so nice. It's very refreshing so far. Ooh, HYEIN. I did not know that he was part of the MV. She already finished the lollipop. It's mayhem. Ooh, really nice high note. Wow. It's really catchy, the chorus. She stole it. They were together on it. They weren't together on it. She looks so good in this MV. Wow. Ooh, the shot is so beautiful with the sunset. Wow. Her vocals sound stunning. I don't really know what's going on. Is it really all about capitalism? Oh. She always adds this sort of element of quirkiness to her songs and MVs.
They say the items had powers.
Oh, it's HYEIN that is actually doing the narration. Is it like they're going to steal this bag because it's the one that can bring happiness back? The outfits are so beautiful. It's very like vintage. Oh, okay. So I went on genius.com to read a little bit more lyrics and understand a little bit more everything that is going on, and apparently HYEIN was the one that directed and edited this music video. He did also the narration for the intro and the sort of outro or ending of the MV. I find it so nice. I did not expect that. And as to be expected, this song was co-written by IU as well. She always has great control over the music that she releases, and it shows. So now that we watched it, let's talk about it. I find it really interesting that in this track we do have this sense of freshness and boldness, like everything can belong to you, like you can do it all, like it is something that nobody can take away from you, which I find to be so interesting. And it brings this sort of happiness and it puts a smile on your face listening to it and watching the entire storyline. So when it comes to the MV, I like how sort of mystical and magical it all is, very uplifting as they start out in this auction. You don't really know why they are all there until we see this sort of magical bat that everyone wants, and she is the one stealing it. And I don't know if she is or if it was planned with HYEIN to steal it, but when she changes her outfit, by the way, outfits stunning, gorgeous. And then she actually goes with him. I don't know if it was planned or not because he looked a little bit surprised, which makes a little bit of that reference, let's say, to Bonnie and Clyde, not in terms of like the love story, but them just running away, and they do not try hard enough. They just run a bit like, oh shit. It also has this sort of vintage element to it and aesthetic that I like a lot. I like the sunset scene after the car breaks down and they buy bikes and they are just riding along. I found to be so nice as well. The aesthetic was really pleasing, and I feel like with this entire MV it is a little bit of a metaphor to explain how we can have this sort of shop inside of your own heart in a way, and that greed, that wanting, that feeling of wanting more and wanting to achieve your dreams, and with the title of the album being The Winning as well, and just having or finding that strength to go after what you want. As she says in the chorus, let's go whole, fill it up to make it burst, look around, time is short, make him all yours. Shop all day, greed is free, go make your own, like I was born to own, this shop will never close forever. It's very intense, very bold, like saying in the pre-chorus, there's no plan B until I own them all. Take what you want, no matter who puts down your greed. Enough is not enough, let me dare. And I find it to be so motivating, and it's the type of song, not only by its sound and her vocals, but it just puts a smile on your face, and when you look into the lyrics, just motivates you to take what you want, not in a bad way, but just have that ambition and that greed, and that sometimes is not bad to have that. So for me, I do really enjoy it, and I am a bit biased because I love IU. Her vocals here are stunning. It is a little bit like, I don't know why it made me think of 1989 by Taylor Swift, that sort of vibe and aesthetic, and she plays it so freaking well. And already with her previous work, she had dabbled a little bit with that style. It gives off that sort of vintage vibe to it, which I like, with the synths, with the treatment on her vocals and the production overall. So I like it quite a lot. There's a lot of songs to check out, so let's move on to the next one, that is Holssi. According to Sampi, Holssi boasts a unique composition with a hip-hop and R&B basis, set against a robust drum and bass backdrop. IU showcases her vocal versatility, effortlessly transitioning between roles, at times a subtle R&B singer, at others a carefree and confident rapper. Ooh, interesting. And occasionally as pure and straightforward as a child singing a nursery rhyme. Under the description for the music video, which features the beloved cartoon character Tweety, IU wrote, "In my first self-produced album that I did in my 20s, Shashaya, I linked my age to a budding flower. Whether it is a lavish flower or a modest one, back then I believed I was a flower that would bloom when the time came. Now in my 30s, having realized that there's no more reason for everyone to become or should become a flower, I aspire to live like a single spore, gracefully swinging in the sky, like a tireless shopper strolling aimlessly without destination. I want to wander around, putting the various options displayed through my world in my cart." I like the vibe for this comeback. It's very optimistic, very ambitious, and at the very same time, carefree. Something that is a little bit like opposing, but it works, and it works well when it is IU. So, without further ado, let's check it all out. What is it? Oh, she's just standing on air. At first I thought it was like an airplane or something like that. Very minimalistic instrumental. Ooh, I love the fluffy font. Tweety! Ooh. It's very like mystical almost. the effects added on it. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I like the vibe of it. I was not expecting it. And I've read about it. What? I like the harmonies and the very minimalistic instrumental. The characters look a little bit funny. Oh. Was it one of the guy characters, like the balloons? Or is it like a metaphor of her letting go of like the expectations? Ooh. She always has very interesting imagery alongside her songs. Very, very interesting. So now that we watched it, let's talk about it all. I find her choice for like the imagery of her songs and these always very interesting, like I said prior. I think she always is like showing the interpretation of her lyrics through the MVs and adding various meanings to it all, and you can sort of feel or sort of understand in which stage of her life she's in while listening to her songs, and that I find to be such an interesting take. And it is something that I think is more common with Western artists or with independent K-pop or Korean artists. I'm always in awe when it comes to IU's music because she gives space for a lot of interpretations, and I think it adds this sort of, yeah, everyone can see it a bit differently. And with the description that she gave on the description of her MV, get the sense that she is really now just enjoying it and taking it all in. And like she says with the dandelion seed, she just wants to fly and see what life will give her and be almost like taken by the wind and go from one side to the other and let herself go, which I find to be such an interesting take after so many years in the industry. I like the minimalistic instrumental with her vocals and how she changes the style of it without it being too, like, I was going to say disheartening, but that's not the right word. But when you hear that she's going from like an R&B singer to a rapper, you can be like, ooh, perhaps it's going to be too much, like the change will be too big, but not at all. It is done in a subtle way. Everything is very minimalistic, the instrumentals, but also the production that is so well done, especially for that pre-chorus, I think it was, or the bridge, like with all the layering, it's so like well done and soothing, and just like it takes you on this sort of trip, which I find to be really interesting, and I love that approach for it. And as she says for the chorus, that is also very minimalistic. Follow me, gonna go to end. Follow me, fly high to the top. You say ho, I may fly. You say ho, then I fly. Follow me even without wings. Follow me, rise up into the air. You say oh, I may fly. You say oh, then I fly. And I find it to be so interesting. I'll fly in the sense of for everyone to see. Watch your side, better bring your sunglasses. The sky above is blinding, but I'm not afraid of heights at all. I'll fly so close to the scorching, I don't know how to pronounce this word, sun, and I'll look down without a care. I'll pick a cloud to sit on and might as well cause a ruckus just for fun. It is so unapologetic and I love it.
One eternity later.
The next song that we're going to check out is called Shh, and this one is featuring HYEIN from New Jeans as well as Jo Won-sun. And it has the special narration of Patty Kim. Also, for this song, according to Sunpi, it was composed by Lee Jung-won as well as Lee Tae-kyu, that I don't think I have heard of before. Correct me in the comments down below if they have written or composed various famous K-pop songs that I don't know about. And IU wrote the lyrics for it, which is so cool every single time because it sort of makes it more personable. According to Sunpi as well, the release also marks Tong Wei, I think you pronounce it like that, first time starring in a music video. So now, without further ado, let's jump into it and finally check it all out. Ooh, I love the red font. The guitar is beautiful. It has sort of this sort of like Hong Kong style movie vibe from like the 90s. Ooh, the instrumental is like banging already. Ooh. Ooh. They are looking stunning. This is my favorite so far. The acting, the chemistry between the two, like HYEIN's vocals are really nice. The electric guitar is amazing. She killed him? Ooh. Her vocals are nice. The aesthetics of the MV are giving. What? At last time reflects her eyes. Ooh, that gave me chills.
여기 낡은 이야기 하나 있죠. 모두가 다 아는 그러나 또 모르는 그 이름은
Why the old pictures? What is going on? Whoa. Is the shoe representing all women that go through the same thing? Is it in that way? Okay. I'm conflicted. There's a lot going on. So, there's a lot going on here, and I have a lot of questions. Because, like, so far, I love the fact that we have so many women working together and having, like, every single one of them represent a different generation of K-pop, of the music industry, because we have HYEIN from the like last generation of K-pop, then we have IU that is from the second generation, I believe. Jo Woo-sun, I didn't know her prior, but I checked and she's like 50 years old, so it's another generation being represented. And then we have Patty Kim that is 85 years old, and she's representing yet another generation. And I love the fact that they are collaborating in such an interesting song and MV. The storylines just seem so intriguing. I really want to know more. I'm actually reading the comments under the MV, and a lot of people are like giving their own theories about it all. Okay, I'm on genius.com looking for more information on this song, because I think as the previous ones, the storyline goes much deeper than what we can find on the surface, because like some people say that it is all about like a mother and daughter relationship, and how sometimes it can be more complicated than what we think, more complicated than love, more complicated than friendship. And I think that is what the F and the L stand for, because saying here in the chorus is not about F, not about L, we got something else. With hands behind my back, I'll follow her long footsteps connecting each other. We connect each other, special we are, especially when we are. With her presence, F, I'm speechless, L, forever a step ahead of me, her name is And it feels, because she says her name is it gives off this sort of mysterious vibe to this woman that they are talking about, and how also the chorus changes with every single edition. The second chorus, when it is HYEIN singing, it says it's not about F, not about L, we got something else. Your thick dark hair braided into pigtails, and your lips with a story to tell, connecting each other. We connect each other, how special we are. Sometimes so ordinary, at times extraordinarily, offering a piece of yourself, her name is So I feel like it is telling us this complicated relationship that you can have with your mom or they can have you with your daughter, and how deeply connected you can be and sometimes not really know what to make of it. I like it a whole lot. I actually love this track. It is my favorite from the album so far. We still have two other tracks if I'm not mistaken, but I freaking love it. It is so intense. I love the instrumental of it with the synths at times, the guitar, the piano, the electric guitar, but sometimes doing those incredible riffs. Her vocals, like the vocals of the three women, sound so beautiful with the instrumental, but also with each other. The transition between IU and Yin, it was so seamless that after a bit, I was like, oh, it changes. It's not IU anymore, but it took me a little bit. It was not as noticeable, and I think it was a really great choice to put in this song. She has a very sweet voice, but she can also convey those types of emotions pretty well. So this song, my favorite. I love it. I love the vibe of it. It is definitely a song that I can listen to over and over again. Then when it comes to the MV, I love the aesthetic of it. It gives off the same type of vibe as like old 90s Hong Kong movies, but I love that aesthetic with the rouge that they put in the fonts, but also the touches of color of red with the outfits and so on. It created such an interesting approach to it, and I was not expecting it, but I love it. I love it. And you never know what is inside of the car, or actually, you know that it is herself. It is almost like she is hiding her true self in the back of a car. And I love that we keep that mystery not only with the name or what the her is or who she is, but also who that woman has. I think it was Tang Wei, and I'm sorry about the bad pronunciation, but we just find out at the very end of the MV who is inside of the trunk, not truck. And so it gives off that sort of mystery until the very end, and then we find out that it's actually herself. So it feels almost like she's hiding her true self, and she's only able to show it to this one person, to show it to IU, but it's something that is guarded. And then when you have that transition, when she starts laughing, it feels almost like now it's liberating. She's showing her true colors or who she really is. I find that all very interesting. If you have any sort of theories and so on, tell me in the comments down below. I really want to know, what did you think about it all? Did you like it as much as I did? What do you think the L and F stands for? Friendship or love? So let's move on to the next track on this mini album, that is Love Wins All. And this one, when it was first released, caused a lot of controversy because of the theme that it is all about, or the theme that it is treating in its storyline. As in this MV, if I'm not mistaken, I did see a bit of it when it first came out back in February. So we have a V from BTS being the male lead or love interest. So he and IU form a couple, a disabled couple at that, and they go through a lot of different challenges trying to get away from this cube. And it is all set in this sort of post-apocalyptic world in which the cube has taken the control of everyone, and they are trying to like get away from it all. And a lot of people were not happy with it because like even the name of the song changed because of it, because of the interpretations of it all. I don't remember exactly all the details about it. I can perhaps edit it later on, but they made the changes, and after a while they were just explaining that the song is to say that love can conquer all. If I remember correctly, it is IU or Taeyeon that are deaf, and so like some people were angry about the representation of deaf people in that sort of storyline. But before I get too much into it, when I don't have actually seen it all, Let's check it all out and then talk about it. Oh, this one was actually released back in January. So they are running away from the cube. Ooh, they are looking really rough. Oh. It really is like a post-apocalyptic world that has been taken over by the cube. Is it like a reference to Spring Day with the clothes? I love the piano melody.
Dearest darling, my universe, 날 데려가 줄래? 나의 가난한 상상력으론 떠올릴 수 없는 곳으로. 저기 멀리 from Earth to Mars 꼭 같이 가줄래? 그곳이 어디든
The camera helps to see them before it all happened.
말을 찾아서 어떤 실수로 이토록 우리는
It's beautiful.
세상에게서도 많처럼 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 나쁜 결말일까 길 잃은 우리 둘 부서지도록 나를 꼭 안아 더 사랑이
It's really cute.
my true lover Love is a love is a love 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 love
Oh, it's really cute. It's almost like what could have been. They look really cute together.
결국 그럼에도 어째서
Aww.
우리는 서로일까 세상에게서도 많처럼 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 나쁜 결말일까 길 잃은 우리
Aww.
천천히 너를 두 눈에 담아
They go really well together. Oh no, the cube.
유명하듯 떠오른 그날 그 밤처럼 나와 함께 겁없이
It's the climax of the song. Oh.
산산이 나를 더 망쳐리 널 너와
Oh.
슬퍼지고 싶어 my lover 비련에게서도 많처럼 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 일부러 나란히 길 잃은 우리 두 사람
That's why they had all the clones, all the people that died before. Super sad. Love wins all, but they ended up dead either way. Oh my god, this is super sad. This is super sad. What can I say? Okay, I sort of get what people were saying now with how they can be perceived as, well, they don't have their disabilities any longer, so it's all good and like they're happier moments. But I think it's meant to be seen as, well, in this storyline they had their post-apocalyptic world, and so it had consequences, and they lost their hearing, lost their sight. It's not meant to be said as, if you don't have it, everything is perfect, and when you do, it's no longer perfect, or they are no longer in love. I don't think, but well, it can be perceived like that, and I don't want to say something that, well, I don't have those disabilities, so I cannot speak on their behalf or say if it is right or if it's wrong. I must say I like the storyline nonetheless, because it can be a storyline of a movie, of just having this deeper message of being like, I want to be with my loved one, my lover, until the very end, no matter what happens, like love wins all. It's more like on the surface level to be taken that way. I love their chemistry. They act so well together. I think it is something that just, it's so smooth, so believable, and I know that it has to be like that, but sometimes when you have like two idols acting with each other, perhaps it cannot be this same or not be so effortless, and here it is, and it looks, they do act so well. Like the very ending of the MV, if it was a movie, I think I would be like crying by now, but because it is something much shorter, I can sort of deal with the emotion, but I think they portray it so well. I think Jungkook might be like super jealous, because as a big fan of IU, to be able to see his bandmate performing in that way with his idol, he must be really jealous, but that's besides the point. The song is beautiful. It is one of those ballads, powerful ballads by IU, that I think I can listen to over and over again and still feel the same level of emotion and connection to it. And I think it is a really, really beautiful song. Her vocals sound so nice, and when it comes to the lyrics, they are much straightforward. I want to be next to my lover at the very end, and so on. Like the love wins all is so dramatic, so beautiful. I love it quite a lot. This one and the previous one are definitely my two favorite songs from this album. They are just like chef's kiss. Two prior as well, the first two songs are good as well, but those two, Love Wins All and really hit me hard. And we are reaching the end of this video with the last song that we are going to check out, that is I Stan You. For this one, if I'm not mistaken, she did not release an MV for it. There's also the live version for the show, but I don't want to be spoiled.
오늘도 스치듯한 말이 날 쉬게 하는 거라는지 기분 좋은 어둡거나 눈부시게 밝은
When I think about IU, I think about songs like this one. It's a song to the fans. The show is going to be amazing. I can picture this song being one of the last songs of the show and everyone being with the lights on their phones, be like, oh, yay! It is a shorter version as she's practicing. Ooh. She's so cute on stage because she's so like small and with the baggy clothes as well. So for this one, she did co-write it as well. I think she did for all of the songs here. And what does she sing about? So in the chorus she says, I believe in my you. You're stunning, so stunning. Go on, continue this feeling. Ballad, disco, hip-hop, it doesn't matter. Do as you're drawn to. Yeah, that's fine as it is. I'm standing, just standing. So cool. It is such an empowering song of being like, okay, even though it is, I believe, a song for the fans, and it's not just her saying like, you can do it, thank you for supporting me. It's actually her like encouraging us to do what we want to do and to be ourselves and to just go for it. And I find it to be so freaking nice. And I know that a lot of idols, and when I say idols, it's just groups and soloists, they have a song like this one at the end of their mini albums to thank the fans and have a little bit of like fan service. But I like those songs nevertheless, because you can have it and be very empowering and very loving and just have fun with those types of songs, and still it being enjoyable. It's not just fan service, it has a double meaning to it, and it is like encouraging, and that you can do no wrong, like saying 1,000,000 tiny gaps, that's what makes you different. Even the habit of smiling slightly twisted, or each word you often choose makes everyone look at you. Don't hide yourself, don't be silly. Sometimes you feel insecure, but even the shyness, I just like it. And it's so like empowering. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And I like to see those practices, because even though we know that it's not really like full live, because with those types of videos they always are like twisting and correcting a little bit the vocals and the instrumentals and so on, but still nevertheless I enjoy to see that, because it gives off a much like intimate approach to it, and to just see her perform the song and have fun. And I could not wait to go to the live show. So guys, it is really late now, I really have to go sleep. But overall, IU did it again. I like a lot her music and have been enjoying her songs for the last 8 years or so since I started listening to her songs, and every single time I'm in awe of, actually it's been like 9 to 10 years. But I'm always in awe of what she releases, and sometimes some songs are not really my cup of tea, some eras are not really for me, sometimes it just hits different. And I find that in this mini album we definitely have hitters and songs that really hit hard and carry a deeper meaning. So if I had to rank the songs on this album, the winning, I would say and I want to say just Shoo. Number one, definitely Love Wins All, Holssi, Sharper, and I Stand You for now. So guys, tell me in the comments down below your own ranking of this album. What did you think about the winning? Did you like it? Did you not? Are you going to IU's live show for this world tour? If so, which show are you going to? And yeah guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you want me to check out any other album, you can tell me in the comments down below. I have filmed countless videos that I haven't had the opportunity to edit, and afterwards it was already too late. I still have a Dreamcatcher video to edit, and I will still do it because Dreamcatcher is like timeless. I can do it still. But yeah, if you have any other song recommendations, you can tell me in the comments down below. Either way guys, thank you so much for watching the video until the very end. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!